Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Look, I got an opinion piece today on not complicating things in research too much. Like, at the end of the day, whether you are a site, CRO, sponsor, tech vendor, whatever the case may be, we are serving the patients. You may not be serving them directly, but we are all serving patients. Let me propose a hypothetical to you. Suppose something happens that makes international news that tarnishes clinical research forever. We would not have patients wanting to join trials again. Now, the recent pandemic, I can't say the name of the word, I might get canceled from YouTube, but the recent pandemic we had, I think it was net neutral at the end of the day, because people understood a little bit better than they did before clinical trials and how we needed to get the vaccines through trials. But there was so much ambiguity around the process. Even for us working in the industry, we cannot agree on what was the right way to go about that, right? Now, that's a black swan event, understood. That could have done two things for our industry. It could have left a positive imprint on society, which at the beginning of the pandemic it was. But then things got fuzzy afterwards. We're not going to get into that. Or it could have gone the other way and gave everyone a bad opinion of clinical research. In fairness, I don't think it did that either. So I think it was net neutral. Maybe it was a lost opportunity for the industry. Or maybe it was a good thing that people's opinion didn't turn negative on research. Because can you imagine if no patient wanted to do a trial ever? Like, our industry would just stop. All these posts you read on LinkedIn, all these people, myself included, instantly irrelevant. We got to figure out something else. Nobody wants to join a study anymore. Luckily, that's not the case. Now, we got to do a better job in the industry of demystifying things. I'm sick and tired of opening LinkedIn and seeing on the newsfeed something revolutionary, something game-changing. You're not doing anything revolutionary unless you're like a biotech or a pharma. In that case, hats off to you. You're doing revolutionary things if your IP gets approved and it's like a novel mechanism of action. That's why we're in this at the end of the day. But if you're a site, or if you have like a site network, or if you're like a tech company trying to make a better diary for a patient, there's nothing you're doing that's revolutionary. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a hater, but this is complicating the industry way too much. What happened to just building sustainable companies that incrementally provide positive change, positive contributions to the ecosystem over time, and building sustainable companies with good cultures that encourages more people from outside the industry to come in? Because we don't have that right now. People are still getting in on accident, and a lot of it has to do with this shroud of mysteries. This is why I started this channel. Once I realized I couldn't get patients from it, I realized, hey, the next best thing is there's a lot of mystery around what we do. Why not demystify it? And myself and a few others, we've been trying SaveOurSites.com, Save Our Sites Conference, shameless plug. Listen, this is especially important for community clinics. When I hear the term clinical research as a care option, I initially think that's dangerous. Like, we can't mix research with care. But from the sense of like having the opportunity in every community, I wish, if I had one wish for this industry, one realistic wish, which I think we can pull off in our lifetime, is having clinical research options in every community. It doesn't have to be every clinic in every community, but in every community. If you want to do a trial, you don't need to go far from your home or where you live. DCT is not the answer, I don't think. There's tools that make things more convenient for patients. But at the end of the day, you're still going to go to your doctor's office when you need 99% of things. And it'll be really cool for that doctor to be able to say, hey, you know what, Bob or Dan, we've got a clinical trial right here. You don't have to go to university 3 hours away. Right here in my office. Let me introduce you to our coordinator. You don't have to do it, but they're going to walk you through it. I think you might be a good candidate. This would be amazing. This one change can bring so much progress to our industry. And the good news is, the more of these sites that we can open up, like smaller sites, yeah, we're in the age of consolidation, so there's a bunch of site networks. That's always going to happen. I think the market needs to have an incentive for small entrepreneurs to create clinics that somebody else would want to buy at a multiple. Like, that's free market economics right there. I think you need that liquidity to reward entrepreneurs for the risk that they take when they start their site. But I think it's important to always have small sites starting out, and having brand new research naive physicians. They're graduating from med school every year. Now, most of them don't go to work for private practice, but some of them do. It'd be nice to have those ones picking up where the other ones left off, because I'm not against consolidation. I think that's a necessary thing for the ecosystem to have some maturity, to have some standardization, to have, like I said, a mechanism to reward the entrepreneurs for putting in the initial risk. But I think having new investigators constantly refilling big pharma and biotech's pipeline of sites and patients in underserved communities, I think we need that. So I think we need to stop with all this nonsense about taking moonshots and building revolutionary companies and doing things like that. You don't need to build revolutionary companies. You just need to build sustainable companies that improve the lives of people in your community when it comes to clinical research. That's it. You don't need anything else to do but that. Now, if you're a tech company, okay, go ahead and do whatever you want as far as revolutionary or groundbreaking, but just keep in mind who we're serving at the end of the day, and it's patients. And that's it. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, Guru Nation. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.